So, hello again. My name is Jakub Górecki, and I'm 19 years old, probably one of the oldest candidates here applying for this scholarship. And I've recently graduated high school in Białystok, where I also finished my international baccalaureate diploma program at high school. At this point, I may also say that this September, I'm going to begin my studies of business, computer science, and management at Bocconi University in Milan as a merit scholar. As you already probably know something about me from my motivational letter, CV, or the essay, I will try to elaborate on some things which I believe are important in my application for this scholarship. I'll begin with the fact that there's this saying in our community that you have to choose your own path, a career path with one field of expertise. And I would begin with the fact that I believe that is completely not true. And my example is the perfect example that it doesn't have to be true. Why do I say that? Because I love economics, I love computer science, and I love media. All these three fields are connected with being creative and innovative. As much as I love making movies, photographs, or graphical content, I also love making applications and new software developments that could improve our lives. And this part of being innovative, I think it's what pushes me to apply for this scholarship. Why? Because as we all know, Silicon Valley is the heart of innovation and has been the heart of innovation for the past several decades. I believe that this opportunity, the journey to see not only Stanford University, but also the SRI, the technological corporations that are based there, is the possibility for me to see whether my expectations of my future career, my future path are valid and can be met by the reality. As we know, the Silicon Valley is the technological hub of this field of expertise of computer science, but also business. I would like to see whether I would really fit in this place, whether I would fit in the work environment that is so special about this place, whether I would fit in making this creative work lifestyle with my expectations and my creative mind that would like to link all those fields like economics and media and computer science. But I wouldn't be me when I would do this to share with others. When I have those certain skills like videographical skills, I would like to use them to maybe try to show the Silicon Valley to others, as only a handful will go to the Silicon Valley at the end. So using my expertise of like making movies, I would like to try to share it with others by forming something, whether it would be like social media content or just a video from our trip to show to my fellow students from my old high school. I believe that there's something more about this trip than just seeing and being in this place, whether it would be meeting new people on this trip from all those fellow participants that would speak after me, or just talking with people on the site with maybe some Stanford students or even research scientists. I think that there's a lot to be gained and a lot to be shared at the same time. So I would try to use my skills to gain as much as I can for myself, but also for the others. And I think I would conclude with that, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Thank you. And maybe the first, Mr. Remigiusz Lewiński, the first questions, and after the question, Mr. Adam.
Thank you, Jakub, for a very interesting presentation. I wanted to ask you about one specific thing you mentioned in your letter about your experience in the high school, making videos, and and I had this sense of the feeling that there's a lot of soft skills that you learn, that you experience through this journey, right? I mean, on top of all your achievements we have read. And can you share a bit of more behind this? Because the soft skills, I mean, on top of this technical skills, are also very, very important and crucial, you know.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question, because I have some connection issues.
Sorry, yes. I wanted to ask about your experience in this high school video club, so to say, in terms of soft skills and, you know, experiencing challenges with your colleagues, as I have read briefly in your note.
Okay, I understand. So I'll begin with the first time I've actually joined the club. I was in the second year of middle school, and the club was, you know, full of members in high school. So you know, the age gap was there. And throughout the years, I learned how to communicate with not only older and like the people in higher rank than me, but also with people who would like to learn something from me. And from the past 5 years, I've participated in the school media club. I've, of course, learned a lot about media in its field of expertise, but also with interacting with people. You know, in the future, I believe that we ourselves cannot do much. We need to work as a team. We need to cooperate to create great things and make great things. And this is what this school media club was about. I couldn't do any of these things myself. So I learned how to cooperate, learn how to share my skills, and then how to adapt and learn from others as well. This is how we really made some great things, I believe, in our high school.
Thank you.
I don't know, Mr. Adam, or another question from maybe Mr. Adam. The question, please.
Yes, thank you. Kuba, tell me, what benefits do you see for your community in connection with your possible scholarship trip to the Silicon Valley? What do you think?
There are certainly a few things for the question. From my experience, I've learned that it's really great to hear from someone on site who actually experienced something and be able to talk with them. And as I have great friendships in my school, and I believe that our community is something wonderful. For starters, as I said, I would try to make something like a video out of our journey to the Silicon Valley, but also share my perspective, my insights, which I would gain on the trip with my school community. And I believe that could be done in many various things. One would be, of course, something like a presentation or a discussion club based in school, because I know there are many of students based here in Białystok who have great ambitions, who want to achieve and strive high, but you know, there's this lacking sense of knowledge here in Białystok, which you sometimes have to like travel to Warsaw to go to some like conferences that would kind of share you some insights about studying in the US or the, you know, this outside world. So I would try to bring this knowledge here in the local community by just speaking out and making some area for discussion, and as well made this video I mentioned before.
Okay, thanks. And the second thing I would like to know, you are a person who already has a career path planned. Why you are better candidate to grant the scholarship than your younger colleagues without precise education plans?
I get it. So it may sound that I have a career path already prepared for myself, but in actual case, I'm still not decided whether I want to pursue my career academically or, you know, work in like software development companies or this area of expertise. And I think that there is something in this journey to Silicon Valley that is so important to me, and that is the experience. As even though I plan to, share my path in computer science and economics as well, I think that meeting my expectations or seeing what the real life situation case scenario is something that I actually want to pursue, and the area where I actually want to be in the future years. Because even though it seems like I have everything planned, everything can change in a spite of the moment. So I still believe that there's lots of me to get from it.
Thank you very much. That's maybe the time for my question. Now you are starting in the autumn the study on the university in Milan. But do you think that if you finish the study, that the working in Poland, it could be maybe the progressive for you? Do you think that it's come back to Poland and use this knowledge which you achieve on the university? What do you think about the working in Poland? From your perspective, is it the progressive or not at the moment? And maybe in the future? What's your plan and how do you think about it?
That's a great question. I firmly believe that we in Poland have, first of all, great IT sector that is constantly developing, and it's definitely progressive in this area. So despite the fact that I'm linking my studies with Italy and Milan, I believe that Poland is absolutely an area where I can also develop in terms of my career and future path. Not only for the fact that we have wonderful people and staff working in IT sector, but also in the constant investment. Even as an example, I would say the Google Cloud Center we have now in Poland. It's actually an area that I would like to specialize in cloud engineering. It's a wonderful place to live in, from my experience, like Poland, and to work in. I think it's answering your question. It's a very progressive environment, an environment that I will definitely include in like searching for my place in the world.
Okay, because historically we had many very famous students in Italy, like Jan Zamoyski, 500 years ago. It's coming back to Poland. That was very famous Polish historical hero. So thank you. Maybe then the last question from my colleague. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Maybe if it's not, I have the question because your work, your essay was from my very interesting for me, and you are from the Białystok. That's a beautiful city. I've been there many times, and maybe you know some of the historical person in the Białystok who you admire, and it's maybe the special person for you from the Białystok because you are from the Białystok. Or maybe you would like to be the first one who will be the famous. Do you know anyone?
Maybe it's tough to find an example in like my area of expertise because it's relatively new. But let me think about it. Maybe.
Sorry for this question because it's maybe very difficult, but thank you very much because we are finished for the time. Thank you. That was, that's your work, your essay and presentation was really very, very good. Thank you for that. And probably you are on the finish of the final exams on the secondary school. Do you have any others or this is the finish?
No, I recently finished. So
okay, so congratulations. And all the best on the university. And I hope that we will meet in the Silicon Valley. Thank you very much.
That's great to hear. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.